Good morning, folks. It's 10:35 a.m. on the 15th day, 10th month, 2022, and it's been nearly 8 years, hasn't it? 2016, 6 years since you've had a very similar deployment like this happen over Australia. 6 years since the coining of a term, thunderstorm asthma. 6 years since Robert Deutsch predicted and gave a toxic air alert for Australia. And then people died 7 days later. And I call it chem bomb flu, chem bomb asthma from the chem bombs. And even back then, I had predicted some things, and I'm now giving you a toxic air alert for Australia. Nearly 6 years to the day that I did this before. I will show you. This is 2016's deployment over Adelaide, and the day that Robert Deutsch's life changed. On this day, I decided to give everything I had up. I sold what I could. I asked to go around the world and give talks, and I was given that. Sorry, I have to go to October 26th. It's a very definitive day for me. Then they did what I call the move called the 3-day and out. Right? This is the extent of the deployment in the bite they did. This is today. This is what is on my this morning's NASA Worldview. This is the beginning of a sickness mixed deployment, and yes, it's continuing to go over the top of you right now. It's the continual deployment of toxic air over the top of you. This is sickness mix, folks. This is a scary thing to see. This is the kind of stuff that it's so hard for me to even find words that are acceptable to hear to your ears. So I'm just gonna call it like it is, man. This is just so fucked up damn shit, man. We're being fucking killed. The color's fucking on. I've been around the world telling people this was going on for years and years and years, and it's still going on. And this is breaking my fucking heart. Here it comes again. This is the same deployment. This is. You ready for this one? Operation Popeye, Vietnam deployment method of Agent Orange. This is what this is. This is the method that they used in Operation Popeye to flood the Ho Chi Minh Trail. I recognized it immediately. See the lines? This is in 2016, October 24th, when they sickness mixed the nation of Australia. This is not a conspiracy. I'm backed up by statistics and predicting it ahead of time. And the next day they put a plume here. So you nearly expect that there tomorrow. Or around here. This is where the storm is needed, and they're doing it again. This is then. Okay, we know that. This is 2016. And the next day it was over the cities. The plume had gone. It had done its job. And then people started dying, and they redid you. This was a terrible, terrible fucking event that happened to you in 2016. Oh, I've done swapped the years. Now what happened to that? Now I'm going to go back. I ain't going to let that go. 2016. Sorry if it's jumping around, but this is hard. I don't script my shows, you know. I just come on and show you what's going on. So you could double be sure that that was the correct year. 2016, it was there. Then 2016, people started dying. In a new word. Suddenly, you know, a thunderstorm and rain didn't knock pollen out of the air. Suddenly, it gave you pollen, and it got you sick. I've walked in the rain my whole freaking life and never had asthma. Many a night walking down the beach or walking down hitchhiking in the rain, I never got sick in asthma. And then suddenly, after this event here, of the sickness mix, and that's when I coined the term sickness mix, after that happened. This was the day before. It just was not there. Right? And then, whammo. Some oppressor experimenting in the sky. Some philanthropist fiddling about decided, let's see how much spray it takes to kill people, I think. And some friends of mine died, actually. So it's a very hard video for me to do today. And here it comes again. I see it. You see this mix here? This is sickness mix. These are not naturally occurring cloud formations. On top of the floods you got, you need this? No, you do not. They need a clear blue sky. Everything needs to dry out. The mold problems people are going to have are going to give asthmatic issues alone. Look at the square over here. This is a few days ago. Let's bring. This is today. I'm sorry, my microphone's actually where I can't quite see the thing. Oh fuck, this is hard. A beam signature coming out here, and I'll get to your forecast part, but I'm really concerned about the sickness mix, because I know what they're gonna need to do to make a storm over there happen in 3 days. They're gonna get, the spray is gonna happen now. I'm gonna go T-3 halfway through today and say chem bomb sequence starts instead of ignition sequence, because that's how many days it's gonna take to blow up this storm. Weather-wise, what you're looking at is some people are that concerned. I'll give you your immediates. All right, don't look at that yet. Okay? I want you to feel a breath of fresh air. Yes, you have some rain, but it's not torrential. But remember, the floodwaters are still coming towards some places. So be, what? Vigilant. We will be vigilant. We will be safe. We will rely on local sources of information to stay safe. You will not rely on Robert Deutsch's videos to stay safe. But no, I will give you warning. I don't cry wolf. I fucking don't. And 3 days after, I'm sorry, you're going to start again. This is where they hit the north. This is where the chem goes. But you are wet. They're keeping you sustained and soggy, because they're going to need you to be that. Because what's coming is hard. It's going to be very hard. They're doing it again, Shepperton. These ones that had it before are having it again. There's going to be a double do on the dam, so they're going to have to keep that water out of it. Drop the dams. If they don't drop some of these dams now, you're fucked. Seymour, you're fucked. Wallen, you're fucked. Rubicon, you're fucked. Mansfield, you're fucked. These areas are fucked. Let's just start calling these a fucking forecast. Fucked up weather. And again, the swath. Again, the swath. Again, the swath. See the energy already there on the underline? See that curve of a beam? Do you see where your storms are about to come? Do you see this? Do you see an outline of where your storms are about to start? Just based on electromagnetic frequency? And the whole bombacious attitude of philanthropists, fiddle in the bow. Yeah, it's philanthropy that's paying for this, you know. Bill and Melinda Gates again. This name is behind some nefarious things that are going to come to light. Oh, we're really sorry. No, we didn't have any proof that this cures that. But we're sorry. No, you can't take back a grave, man. You fucking can't. And this is a grave situation. When I see the squares over here and the sickness mist starting to stream toward the center of the country, I'm deeply concerned for my friend. Very deeply concerned for the friends I've never met yet. I got friends everywhere I don't know, and I love all of you. I just want you saved. I'm so tired of this geoengineering killing people, breaking my heart. Fuck it is. I'm gonna roll this now. This is your government, how much they love you. They're frightening you on the low deck. Sickness, there's a new fresh streamer of sickness mix going over Melbourne. That sickness mix going right over the top of you. You have been put up for sale a long fucking time ago, and you've been well burned. Well fucking burned. Was it bad enough rubber bullets, and I gotta goddamn gas you too? That's the most oppressive city, heavy-handed policing in the fucking world as far as I'm concerned. It's shame on everybody that didn't show up and mob up over there. Well, you got 1 million people and 100 people with bats in front of you. What the fuck is wrong with you? You got boomerangs, man. Get the flank. I'm sorry, man. This is an attack. At what point is it self-defense allowed? Your country should declare an act of war upon whoever has put this like a skeleton hand stealing your future away. Death-defying weather, no death-causing weather, the all evil of it all. This ain't the Grand Canyon, Knievel's jumping. This is your life. And this is the pattern that they say the rain is coming in. This is this. It's already set up. The energy is there. It's already there. They're setting the chem into it now. This is sickness mix. Oh my God, you poor folks. This is absolutely terrible. What's coming? I told you so. I told you so. You got plenty of warning. There's no fucking reason your Bureau of Morons can't give an accurate long-term forecast for the entire nation. And if that's what the department is paid to do and they can't do it, fire their asses. Demand a new charter for your money that gives you long-term weather forecasts. Remember when they sold all this? Hi, we'll have street-level radar. We'll have better forecast. You couldn't have a worse fucking forecast than you've gotten in Australia since February. You have some psychopaths in charge. They seem bent on fucking making people suffer. This is what the Paris Accords wants from you. It wants this. It wanted this in 2016. 2016, same fucking deployment of the sickness mix over Australia. And how many times have I got to report chemical attacks going on? Before I watch the proud people of a lucky country live up to your fucking reputation. You go all the way over to Turkey and run at some machine guns and get your ass whooped, but you won't run at your own state house. Fix your own back garden before you worry about another country's, because I'll tell you fucking what, there's going to be less of you left after this event. And this is terrible. This is a terribleness. You ever want to advise somebody, tape your windows, tape your doors, stay inside, turn your air conditioning off, and get a book and pray to fucking God you survive this decade. Because this is the decade that seems to be of all our discontent. While they call it the decade of happiness, the only happiness I see is the philanthropist's wallet's getting bigger while the booming and the plume is going on. You see this? Boom, 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 boom of the plumes going in arcs. They got their arc over the top. Have you built yours yet so you can survive? Be kinder than Noah, though. Let people in that need help. That was Noah's big failure, actually, to me. He should have helped everybody. No God should ever tell you you're okay and kill something else. Now let it go. I try to heal everybody that made any kind of decision in this. None of us are pure blood enough to ever say we're pure blood. We've all breathed in this right now. Your pure blood is gone. It's covered in chemtrails, those t-shirts. Covered in chemtrails, sickness mist descending upon you, burning your skin when you ain't even got the sun out. Hello? Chemical burn, it's called. You're getting chemical burns. That's what that's called. While the booming and the pluming's going on, they're dining in the back rooms, making decisions about your life that you have no consent over. You do not consent for this. I know you wouldn't. And even if you don't believe this is going on, you think it's a conspiracy. If this was going on, would you want it to go on? You have to answer that question. If you say, yes, you want this to go on, what the fuck is wrong with you? I damn sure don't need this sickness mix out over this ocean falling out on the animals over there who did nothing but nurture us our whole life, and all we did was take from them, and too few of us giving back. I gotta say, there's some beautiful reef activists and people working with the whales and the animals. Thank God for you people are my heroes. The people that do this are zeros to us. This big N here, what the fuck is going on? This is sickness mix streaming over a peaceful population, falling out on major cities. It went over a major city. You guys got gassed today. Gassed. And I'm not talking farting. I'm talking the kind of gas that you don't laugh about. This ain't laughing gas. And as the storms come up your coast and impact Australia coming again, I guarantee coming Monday this time, I'll be on quite regular. You can count on me as always. Right, people, I can't take another minute of this. I'm gutted. Stay safe, stay alive. Big love, peace.